Another day of work means another day of putting fuel in. Everybody to another daily vlog. A vlog that happens sometimes early morning, putting fuel in the truck, getting ready for not too much adventure today. Yeah, something's going on over here. Wow, look at that. But after dealing with fires and traffic, I've made it to my pickup. It's time to grab a load of chicken and go to Chicago. It's not going to be an easy trip. That's just because they want it there at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm a little over 700 miles away. I'm not even loaded yet. And I can't do 700 miles in 10 hours going through Atlanta, Chattanooga, and Nashville. Traffic, just like you just seen. I don't know who books these and doesn't think, well, it's construction season, it's traffic season. I mean, well, it's always traffic season. This driving is making my truck hungry for some fuel. Fuel is done. Now it's time to go find adventure. Don't know what we're gonna find. Probably nothing at all. It's probably gonna be a very boring truck drivey type vlog. That's just because I gotta be in Chicago tomorrow and I'm still 700 miles away. Don't know how I'm gonna do it. Well, BB, I'd like to tell everybody on camera that we did Atlanta to Chicago in one day, but yeah, that wouldn't be true. But it wasn't for the lack of trying. It wasn't for this thing right here. I probably could have did it. I'm trying to think of the word. Darn you, computer. Darn you. Yeah, it was 747 miles, a little bit closer than I thought it was, but it was still too far to do in uno day. I have been noticing something, and not a cat walking on my steering wheel, but I have been noticing something since these computers, it's been mandatory to have them in the trucks, in every truck in America. Yes, I've noticed something. I have 2 hours left of drive time. What I've noticed is a lot of trucks shut down about the same time every day now, which never used to happen. When we used to have paper logs and stuff like that, you could just go until you're retired and you could write it on your log. You know, you tried to keep legal still, but let's say you went somewhere and there was no parking and you had to go 10 more miles down the road to find a safe place to park for the night. You used to be able to do it. You can't anymore. And that kind of is not a good thing. Is it, kitty? So now what's happening is a lot of businesses, a lot of truck stops went from you get fuel, you park, you go in, grab a shower, go out, go to bed, do whatever. They went from that to charging. So you get your fuel, you go park, you go in, give them money to park. It's crazy. So there was, for the last year or so, there's always been paid parking in certain areas. They'd have like 10 spots for reserve parking. So if you're coming in late and the truck stop's filled up, you could call, reserve a spot, and they'd have parking for you. Now, my guesstimate, throughout America, I would say most of the truck stops nowadays, 63% of the parking spots in the parking lots now are all paid. Some places, the Alabama, Tennessee fireworks stand, Wildwood Chrome Shop, and places like that, just to get into the parking lot, you have to get a ticket, lift the arm goes up, you go park, and you pay your $13. It's getting worse. It's getting worse now that every truck in America has to have these. Companies out there are going to profit off of it big time because they know every 14 hours or every 11 hours, we have to find parking. And finding free parking nowadays isn't that easy anymore. Even Walmarts are not letting us stay in the parking lots hardly anymore. And she's getting frustrated about it. I mean, look at her. You figure, like, let's say 5 nights a week, out of a 7-day work week, because we work every single day for months at a time. So let's say for 5 of those days, you have to pay to park. $13 times 5 is what, like $400? Something like that. I mean, I could be wrong. But that's a lot of money coming out of my pocket. Not just my pocket, every driver on the road. And we don't get reimbursed for that. Right? We don't get reimbursed. Yeah, something's definitely got to change. I think trucking companies are going to have to reimburse their company drivers, or start making phone calls to the truck stops and setting up like accounts, parking accounts, if you will, to where, hey, our trucks, we reserve this many parking spots in all the Pilot truck stops across America, or all the Flying J's or TA truck stops. Reserve like 5 spots per truck stop across America, whether we use them or not. That way we know we can get in there, or have some sort of account or something. Something's got to change, because this whole new law, in 30 years, I've never seen nothing like this. People are really starting to take advantage. It's crazy. Oh, well, it's just something else we got to deal with. Right, Kitty? Right. The life of a cat.